The war in Ukraine grinds on, a brutal testament to the human cost of conflict. As 2025 unfolds, the conflict enters a new phase, fraught with uncertainty and a desperate search for peace. Former President Donald Trump's re-election brought with it a renewed push for a negotiated settlement. His peace plan, while light on specifics, has raised hopes for an end to the bloodshed. However, it has also sparked anxiety, with many Ukrainians fearing a deal that favors Russia and compromises their hard-fought sovereignty. The situation on the ground remains volatile. Russian forces, while making incremental gains in some areas, are facing fierce resistance from the Ukrainian military. Kyiv has shown its ability to strike back, targeting Russian infrastructure and supply lines. However, the delayed arrival of crucial military aid from the United States has undoubtedly hindered Ukraine's ability to fully capitalize on these opportunities. The early weeks of 2025 saw a surge in Russian military activity. Moscow, seemingly emboldened by the prospect of a Trump-brokered peace deal, has intensified its offensive in the eastern Donbas region. Russian forces have recaptured territory in the strategically important Kursk Oblast, a stark reminder of their continued military might. A deadly missile attack on Kryvyi Rih, which killed and injured civilians and left apartment buildings in ruins, underscores the ever-present danger faced by Ukrainians. Despite facing a numerically superior enemy, Ukraine has demonstrated its resilience and tactical prowess. A daring drone strike deep inside Russian territory targeted fuel depots and refineries crucial for Russia's strategic bomber fleet. This audacious attack, while unlikely to cripple Russia's military capacity, highlights Ukraine's growing ability to project force beyond its borders. The use of US-supplied ATACMS missiles in an attack on Russia's Belgorod region, while disputed by Moscow, further illustrates Ukraine's determination to take the fight to the enemy. Trump's return to the White House has injected a significant element of unpredictability into the conflict. His assertion that he can end the war in 24 hours has been met with a mixture of skepticism and cautious optimism. The broad strokes of his peace plan, which reportedly includes concessions from both sides, have raised alarm bells in Kyiv and among its Western allies. The idea of Ukraine ceding territory to Russia, even in exchange for a ceasefire, is anathema to many Ukrainians who have fought valiantly to defend their homeland. The international community remains deeply divided on how to resolve the conflict. The G7 nations, while reaffirming their support for Ukraine, have accused the Kremlin of waging a disinformation campaign to undermine Western unity. The signing of a comprehensive strategic partnership treaty between Russia and Iran further complicates the geopolitical landscape, signaling a strengthening of ties between two nations at odds with the West. Germany's Chancellor Scholz has expressed confidence in continued US military support under Trump, but the delayed aid package approved last year has sown seeds of doubt. As the war enters its third year, its devastating impact on Ukrainian society is undeniable. The mobilization effort continues, with police conducting nationwide raids to round up draft evaders. These desperate measures underscore the human toll of the conflict as well as the growing strain on Ukraine's resources. The psychological scars of war run deep, with millions of Ukrainians grappling with the trauma of displacement, loss, and the constant threat of violence. The war's ripple effects extend far beyond Ukraine's borders. The conflict has fueled a global energy crisis, exacerbated food insecurity, and heightened geopolitical tensions. The revelation that at least 12 Indian citizens have died fighting for Russia, likely victims of a human trafficking network, exposes the dark underbelly of this conflict and its exploitation of vulnerable populations. As the world anxiously awaits a resolution, the human cost of this war continues to mount, a stark reminder of the urgent need for peace.